FHS season tickets.
Welcome into another episode of FHS Season Tickets. I'm Michael.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers' two huge victories with the new members from the trade deadline, and also just discussing what this means for the Cleveland Cavaliers' future in terms of their playoff hopes and also potential NBA Finals aspirations. So Nick, what were your first reactions to the games against the Boston Celtics and the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Yeah, I mean, going into it, we talked about the trades. After the trade deadline, we both were really high on it, and obviously both games have proven nothing but the best for what's happening with these trades. I mean, Boston was just absolutely smacking, plenty of open shots, just everyone playing to the best of their ability. Oklahoma, a lot of the same, had some difficulties with that team. I mean, the defensive rebounding was a problem. Steven Adams was kind of just imposing his presence on there because we don't have a true center. It doesn't seem like, and we won't be getting one. But they were playing with a ton of high energy. It really looked like a playoff game, both of these games. Well, not the Boston one, but the Oklahoma City one. So I'm anxious to see how tired these guys are, how they can sustain it for the marathon that is the regular season, in which I want to know if this is just a honeymoon phase or if this is just what it's going to be like, because if that's the case, then Cavs looking like a dominant team right now. I mean, you got Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench, who creates right now, at least he's hitting like all the threes he takes, and he's creating a lot for himself. And then you just got a bunch of great role players around LeBron, like Rodney Hood and George Hill, who are just doing amazing right now. Obviously, Larry Nance is taking up kind of what Tristan Thompson's role used to be for the Cavaliers. So I really like what's going down right now. I really am interested to see how it develops, how much wear and tear these guys are going to have going into the playoffs, which is what really matters when it get down to it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that you need to put in perspective these victories, because in 2 games, the Cavs shot over 50% from three-point land, and that's obviously not going to continue throughout the rest of the season. And also Jordan Clarkson, through 2 games, he's making me look pretty foolish. I don't expect it to continue, but through 2 games, I look not so smart for saying that he was a bad contract.
Yeah, you already didn't look smarter before that.
Well, I mean, I really praised the Rodney Hood and George Hill acquisitions, and both those were...
Yeah, you said all the trades were trash.
No, I said the second trade was
The second trade was good. All right. So if you really look down at it, so you were saying the George Hill trade was bad.
No, the George Hill was in the Rodney Hood trade.
No, it wasn't.
That was all one trade.
There was 3 trades, right?
The third trade was the Dwayne Wade trade.
Oh my God, you're not going to judge that now. That's not even a trade, basically. All right, fine. The second trade's good. So you don't like the first trade still?
I didn't at the time, but if Jordan Clarkson just wants to shoot 60% from the field the rest of the year, then Kobe Altman's just a genius. So, but I don't expect to continue. I think Jordan Clarkson will come down to earth, but he still has been much better than I expected. Nance, kind of around what I expected, providing energy off the bench, but he's obviously not going to be like a main scorer for the Cavs. He's just going to be a valuable role guy that we were able to get, just kind of a younger version, just replacing Channing Frye in the lineup, who isn't as good of a shooter but is a lot more athletic and just runs the floor more and better than Channing Frye ever did for the Cavs, just because he's so old. I mean, the Cavs did get a lot younger throughout the trades. But Nick, is it time to RIP the Boston Celtics NBA Finals hopes?
I think that was already in the tombstone even before all this happened. I haven't really liked Boston.
Like most people.
Yeah, I didn't really like Boston ever. I mean, they got young players, don't really know the moment, don't really have that many guys that can get their own bucket besides Kyrie, and then like a young Jason Tatum, possibly Jaylen Brown, but then you got your bigs, just a weird assortment of guys. Like Al Horford's a solid big, but more of a regular season guy in my opinion. And I mean, Brad Stevens coached team, anything's possible, but in the playoffs, I don't think you're going to be beating LeBron. I don't think anyone's going to be coming out of the East with when you're playing LeBron.
Yeah, I totally agree. Both of us, we both stuck with the Cavs even through thick and thin when it was looking ugly. And like, I don't think that I think people just like saw the Boston game, and obviously that had a lot to do. But I think people also looked in the mirror and just went like, we were all really picking LeBron to not come out of the East this season for the Boston Celtics or Toronto Raptors. Wow, I guess maybe that was really dumb. And neither of us ever thought that the Cavs were not making the finals. I mean, and now like everyone is just hopping right back on that bandwagon when we never left it. So that's pretty cool. When,
Yeah.
Basically, people are just like, well, yeah, I guess the Cavs are going to the finals. It was pretty
Yeah.
silly to think that.
We'll never know if that other team would have gotten, but pretty confident would have.
Yeah, they might have, and then also us picking the Cavs, we were assuming that they would make at least one trade. We weren't sure just how many players they would bring in, whether it was just like a DeAndre Jordan deal or just one deal for a guy like Rodney Hood. But then Cavs ended up deciding to change 4 pieces to their bench unit, and it's worked out wonders so far for the Cavaliers, especially winning games on the road. That's always difficult against playoff teams. In the NBA at this point, teams like the Celtics and Thunder, they're both fighting for playoff position, so they're not 2 teams that are kind of coasting at this point in the season. So we'll see how the Cavs do. Maybe the All-Star break will slow them down a little bit, or maybe they'll just have more time to gel. We'll just have to wait and see. But as of now, Cavs are looking pretty fantastic. Nick, anything else you want to talk about?
Just the defense is a big thing that I think is the reason why effort and will on defense is something to look out for going forward. It's something that they've been doing really well recently.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's kind of a dead period right now in sports because, I mean, you've got March Madness in March, obviously, and then NFL draft and NBA playoffs are going to be going on in April, and then we'll have the NBA draft right before.
Take on Barkley and Sam Darnold. That's the dream.
Not my dream. But
really? What's your dream?
We all have a different
little
dream.
quick take, even though they won't know, it won't be titled NFL Draft.
Quick take at the end. Well, my ludicrous proposition is to trade down from 1 and then sign Kirk Cousins.
This is a losing Browns theory. This is what we would do usually.
Signing Kirk Cousins would be the greatest quarterback in modern Browns history.
And that's Sam Darnold would be the greatest quarterback in modern Browns history.
I'm not sold on Sam Darnold. I have Rosen and Lamar Jackson. I'm better than him, but
see. All right, so sign Kirk Cousins,
and then you draft Minka Fitzpatrick, and then either Quentin Nelson or Calvin Ridley with the pick you trade down from. And then you
Calvin Ridley.
Then you trade for Earl Thomas.
Oh,
Bang.
God.
You keep the best run defense in the
free
league.
Safety.
You get Earl Thomas and Minka Fitzpatrick to shore up the secondary, and you sign Kirk Cousins, and then you draft with your second pick either Quentin Nelson, shore up the offensive line, or Calvin Ridley to pair with Josh Gordon.
No, I don't like that. Saquon Barkley and Sam Darnold, 2 powerhouses right there. That's the future. We'll see how it goes, shakes out. A little quick take there. Mike, any
That'll wrap
last?
it up for this episode of FHS Season Tickets. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more season ticket